Hello, welcome to episode 31, and for this session I've come down to Todber Manor. I'm actually here for the Back of the Landing Net charity match, which is tomorrow, but I've come a day early so I can have a 24-hour sort of session to have a little bit of a practice, try and figure out what's the best tactics for tomorrow's match. Well, by the time I get fishing, it ain't going to be 24 hours. Probably more like 20 hours. But just got here, only just brought a bit of my kit to the swim, most of it's still in the car at the moment. So hopefully I can catch some nice fish and figure out what's going to be the best tactics for tomorrow. After all, there is a first prize of a trip to France up for grabs in the match, so hopefully I can figure out what's going on. But anyway, go fishing. Right guys, not cast out any rods yet. I'm just going to quickly show you what my rigs, what I'm going to cast out. Tomorrow's match is only a 2-rod match, but in this 24 hour obviously I can fish 3, so I'm going to try 3 different techniques to try and find out what might be working for the well, on this lake really. So if any of you saw episode 30 where I was on Horseshoe Lake, I'd already pre-tied a load of PVA bags, so I've got a couple here. So this one's just got a cell dumbbell tipped with a bit of fake corn, and this one's a little 10mm pop-up tipped with a bit of fake corn. All my PVA bags are made out of Hinder's Little Gems and betaine pellets. Already on leaders, and so that's 2 rods, so that's a bottom bait and a pop-up. And then my 3rd rod, I'm going to try zigs. This is on a Nash diffusion leader, just a small 1 ounce lead, and then a very short zig rig, about 12 inches long, and all I've got on there, bit of black foam, and that's been glugging in the Hinder's beta lint. I'll just sandwich a bit of PVA foam nuggets on the hook before I cast that. So 3 different techniques: zig, pop-up, bottom bait. I'm going to try a couple of other things during this 24 hours before the match. Try and get an idea. Right, let's get to it. Hi guys, I've been fishing a couple of hours now. Not had any takes yet. Had a few bleeps on my right hand rod, which has got the pop up on, sort of for a little while after I first cast out. I've cast that to a right hand island margin. My middle rod is I think you can just make out the island I've cast to. My right hand rod, if I can do a point, there we go, it's probably roughly in about the margin. It's just the middle rod, which has got the cell bottom bait on, and probably just off the tip of the island, well, not just off it, probably a couple of rod lengths off. And then my right hand rod, which has got the zig on, I've just banged out into the middle. So that bar there's just my storm pole to keep my day shotter up. Sorry if that's in the way. I've only put my day shotter up, well, my brolly shotter rather than my bivvy, so I can pack up quick in the morning to get up the shop for the match draw. So, an hooking station, and my car's back just round the corner. Oh, there we go. What's that? Oh, that's on the pop-up rod. There we go. And just a few little snacks just to tie me over until I have something to eat later. So yeah, still waiting for the first fish. I'm sure it won't be long. I'm getting knocks on both sort of bottom rod and pop up, more on the pop up. I'll try a couple of other little methods in a while if nothing happens. Alright, I'm going to eat me snacks and I'll get back to you later, guys. Alright guys, we're about 4 hours into this session now, and still nothing's been caught. So I'm going to try some bit different. For all you guys who keep up with Back of the Landing Net and the matches that they do, you might remember that the charity match last year was won by a couple of fairly new guys to carp fishing, and they won on fishing sort of flatbed method feeders, which is more of a sort of a coarse fishing method way of fishing. And they basically took what they knew from coarse fishing and brought it over into sort of carp fishing. They'd only been fishing carp fishing a few months, and they won with their coarse fishing sort of tactics. So I'm going to try somewhat along the same lines. Well, pretty much, probably exactly the same lines actually. So got myself one of these. It's a flatbed method feeder with a mould. It's one of the new ones out by Drennan. It's quite good. A lot of thought's gone in. I don't know if you can make out, but in the mould, can you make out there's like a little recess there to place your hook bait? And then once you mould the feeder into that, obviously once you've got your ground bait or pellet or whatever in there, where your bait is in that little recess fits absolutely snugly between the two veins of the method feeder, exactly bang in the middle, so that's quite nice. So I'm going to try that. So if it worked for Team Army last year, I don't see why it shouldn't work for me. The only difference is what comes in the kit is a 35 gram feeder. I've bought a spare one which is a 45 gram feeder. Still fits in the same mould, but it's just a bit heavier. It's more like sort of about an ounce in weight, so a little bit heavier, so sort of better hooking potential really. So I'm going to give that a go. I'll show you my ground bait mix in a minute, what I'm going to put in that feeder. So I need to wind in one of my rods first and set that bit of tackle up. I think I need to tie a new hook length as well, something a bit shorter than what I normally use. So alright, I'm going to get a couple of hook lengths tied. I only need one, but I'll tie up a spare as well just in case. I normally do. Right, I'll get back to you when I've got it all set up, and I'll show you my ground bait mix I'll be using next. Right then guys, I've got all my wound in one of my rods and got a method feeder set up on it. I'll show you that rig in a minute. I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on the method feeder first. So Hinders have given me, it doesn't say on the bucket what it was, but so they've given me that. And nice little bucket. Take the lid off and it's got a little mixing tray inside. And in the bucket, I don't know if you can make that out very well, is a new ground bait and sort of pellet mix that they're going to be bringing out soon. It's still in trials, not on the shelves yet. But it's called Specimen Pro. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but there's a lot of micro pellet in there, I can tell you that much. Can't really put a smell to it, but it's I don't know, maybe meaty, I don't know, but it's got a lot of micro pellet in it anyway. So that's that, and then in the little mixing tray part of the bucket that they've given me is a bottle of Fish Pro liquid. That's all I've got to do is pour the liquid in and give it a mix up. Let's do that now. Actually, let's give it a bit of shake up first. And let's just pour it all in. Ooh, looks nice. Ooh, that's definitely fishy. There, you can make out all the. But I'm just gonna mix all that in now. So, no point filming this bit. I'm just gonna dig in with my hands and mix it all up. Right, in a bit. Right then, I've done all my mixing. I don't know if you can't really make that out, but tell by my hands I've been mixing. But it looks, with all the Fish Pro liquid now in the Specimen Pro ground bait, it all looks, oh, spilling it everywhere. It looks absolutely just right now for stick mixes. Oh. Smells nice. So it's not quite a consistency yet for to be able to stick on a method feeder. So the little tray that come in with a bucket, I'm going to put some of it in there, mix in a bit of lake water, and just get it a bit more sticky so it sticks to the method feeder. Alright, so I'm going to crack on with that, clean my hands, and then I'll show you the method feeder rig. And guys, so I'm mixing some of the lake water now with some of the Specimen Pro ground bait and the Fish Pro liquid. I've made it much more, if you can make it out, it's very sticky and self-binding now. I've added a bit of lake water into it, so just right to go onto a method feeder. So I've not made too much up, just enough to give it a couple of tries on the method. So, hope you can hear me over this rain. It's started lashing it down. Oh, haven't given myself enough line. Bloody rain. Right, so here's the method feeder now of I've tied a loop on the end of my main line. It's got like a little connector there. You can just move the little sleeve on the connector, loop it onto your main line. That just pushes in the bottom of the feeder, which is then enough to hold the feeder so you can hook the fish on the take. But it's also sort of loose enough so it drops away if you get cracked off, and the fish has to drop the method. So that's a nice little method feeder. It makes a change for someone to make, you know, just that little bit. Just enough to hook the fish, but just enough to fall off. It's little details like that, that's absolutely brilliant. So I've made a very short 3.5 inch hook length. It's got a wide gape hook, little sinker, and a little CC Moore live system dumbbell. Alright, let's give this new method feeder a go then. Right, bear with me, it's not often I use these method feeders. Right. Actually, I'll come back to you when I've sorted it out. Alright guys, got there in the end. The first little mix up I done where I added lake water into that mix, I'd put a bit too much water in and it was what I showed you was a bit too sticky, and after I put some in the method feeder it was sticking more to the method feeder than the feeder itself. So I've just added in some more of the dry mix, well, what you call dry, what I've added the liquid to, and I've got it just right now. So there we go, there's the finished thing. Probably the whole thing now probably weighs about 3 ounces. So there we go, it'll sit on the lake like that, just a tiny bit of hook length hanging from the bottom. Nice shape, and as you can see where that little imprint in the mould is where you put your bait, makes your bait sit nicely on top of that bit of feed. So yeah, quite impressed with that. So I'm going to get that cast out, see how we go. Right then guys, bit of excitement. Not for me, but there's a guy 2 swims to me left. He's just come running down to see his mate, ask him to get a couple of photos. He's been here a couple of days and all he's been fishing is zigs, and he's been basically high, low, and he's been trying all different lengths. He said he's just gone to 3-foot zigs, both his rods, and he's just had a double take on 3-foot zigs. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to wind in me zig rod, which is just on a 1-foot zig. I think I've already got a 3-foot zig tied actually, still in my car, so I'm going to go and grab that, put that out. So thanks matey, whatever you name it, don't know who he is, just come running down saying I've had 2 20s, biggest one 28. So my zig rod's coming in, 3-foot zig. And guys, weather's absolutely rubbish, raining, lashing it down. I got so much water, like I said, it's just behind me swim, a massive big puddle. All this ground behind me is saturated, and it was swamping out where I've got me me shelter. So I've just had to do a bit of small engineering work, and I've just had to dig a little trench. I got running right behind me shelter. And I got to divert the water because it was running right under me shelter. And I just had to dig a little trench, and then it's running sort of under that sleeper, and then down there into the lake. And it's running all the way down there. There you go. That little trench to divert the water away from under me shelter. So I'm getting wet, but at least my gear isn't so much. So you got this made a little stream. Oh well, let's get myself back in the dry. Right then guys, well, unfortunately so far there's nothing to report, apart from it's still raining. It's done nothing but rain. And the swim is sort of half flooded. Wish I'd sort of put me bivvy up now, but I'd only put me day shelter up because I'd pack up quickly in the morning, ready to sort of get up the shop for everyone turning up for the match. But after putting it up, I sort of forgot about how leaky it is in places, so I've had to sort of stick patches up, and any leaks I've managed to divert around me bed chair and sleeping bag. That channel I've dug behind me day shot to divert the water's doing overtime. It's like a river flowing through there. One of the sleepers that surrounds the swim is a bit loose on that side, so I've had to get a bank stick and sort of dig a hole out under the sleeper to get up where I've channeled up water to get it to flow. Apart from that guy I said earlier on who had 2 Atom zigs, I haven't seen anything else come out anywhere. It's been pretty dead. So I'm hoping the match is a lot better than this tomorrow. So I have to put some dinner on soon. The light is just starting to fade on. It doesn't look like it on the screen, but the light is starting to fade just slightly now. I reckon another hour and we'll be in complete darkness. But getting a bit cold now as well. I think I might have to put another layer on. So just spotted a one-legged moorhen hopping along. Alright then guys, well, I'm going to leave it there for the night. Unless any action happens, I'm going to not do any more recording. I'll see if I get any fish. I will, but alright then, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm going to carry on laughing at the one-legged moorhen. Alright, catch you later. Alright guys, it's morning now. about 7 o'clock. I have to be up in the shop in about an hour's time to meet everyone ready for match preparations. So unfortunately, me sort of 24-hour practice session for the match has been a complete blank. Heard fish boshing out in the night, but it sounded like it is way down the left of the lake, right at the far end from where I was. I didn't even have any liners, nothing. There's a guy me pegged to the left of me. He said he had one about 5 o'clock this morning. But compared to how I know this place's fish is, it's been really dead. So anyway, so I'm just packing up now. I'm going to get up the shop ready to start meeting everyone. And yeah, so I'm not going to blog the actual match because my teammate is Ross from Careful Carping. He's going to be blogging the match. It seems pointless, two of us having a blog from the same swim. It's just going to be the same. So if I catch any fish, I'll show you them. But apart from that, I'm not going to keep updating through the match and all that. So maybe next time you see me, it'll be with fishing my hands during the match. If not, I'm fishing another 24 hours on after the match. So if I don't catch anything in a match, that's the next time you see me. Alright, catch you later. Right then guys, we've got about 5 minutes to the start of the match. This is my teammate Ross, who you might have seen his videos on YouTube as well. He's a fellow blogger. If you haven't seen Ross's videos, look for Careful Carping on YouTube. I'm not going to blog the match, as I said earlier. Ross is going to blog for the pair of us. So if you want to know how we do in a match, go to Careful Carping on YouTube and watch the match on Ross's blog. So if I do get any fish, that's the only thing I'm going to show, so I can show you what I've caught. But tactics, tips, areas, all that, we're going to leave that to Ross. So hopefully next time you see me, it'll be with a fish in hand. If not, it'll be tomorrow when I'm doing my next 24 to fish on after the match. So hopefully we'll get a few fish, won't we, mate?
Yeah, hopefully.
Right, let's go fishing.
Always got to do the thumbs. Look out.
Hang on, Ross, you try it. Yeah. No. You want to try it? Right then, it's taken some time, people, but I've finally got my first fish. We just had a dropped fish on a zig. Only just put it back out. Actually, 5 minutes later, zig went again. 3 foot long. Come on, go. Water's cold. There we go. First fish of the match for us. Over 24 hours into the match. 15-2, 3 foot zig, bit of black foam, just flavoured with a bit of pineapple goo. Loving the goo. Back of the landing net.
Something, Chris?
Right then guys, final horn is just blown. It's match over, and unfortunately we've only had the one fish between us. So it's nothing we've done wrong, I don't think. The whole Big Hayes Lake in general is fished really slow and quite poor. I think there's only been, what, 4, maybe 5 fish out the whole of Big Hayes today, hasn't there? Something
Yeah,
like
since about 2 o'clock this morning, there's probably only been 4 landed.
So, I mean, Little Hayes seemed to be the lake to be on for this match. It sounds like they've been bagging up down there. So, but oh well, that's the nature of carp fishing. You can't have it all your own way. So, I think Ross is packed up. I'm here for another 24 hours to finish off my session here. We've got the presentation in a little while, so we're going to go up for that, have a bit of a social. And then hopefully next time I'm talking to you, it'll be when I'm fishing on my own and with some fish on the bank.
Yeah,
so,
best of luck.
Yeah, cheers. So, alright, I'll catch up with you later, guys. Thanks for being my teammate, Ross.
Yeah, nice one, it's been a pleasure.
Like I say, don't forget to tune in to Careful Carping videos and watch Ross. He does well. now and
you can see
again.
how much anyway.
So yeah, alright, and so I'll catch you later guys, and thanks for watching up to now. Right, carry on watching, see how I do. Just waffling now.
Yep.
Alright, I'll leave it
Let's
there.
leave it there.
Yeah, alright, catch you later guys. Alright guys, back in me swim now for me 24-hour session now after the match. Just had the presentation down in between the two lakes where everyone's got their prizes. And yeah, it's been a good session, good social. As always, all the back of the landing net matches. We've had a good laugh, and there's been a lot of fish caught. Unfortunately not by me, but I'm back to just fishing for myself now. So back to 3 rods out, only just cast them out. I'm just using some of the PVA bags I pre-tied when I was doing my horseshoe session last week. I'm going to crack some dinner on in a minute, and hopefully I can get some fish to show you. There's one other fella who's turned up in the swim to me right. Apart from that, we look like the only 2 on the lake, so a lot less pressure on the lake now, so maybe the fish might be a lot more forthcoming, because it's been a very pressured and slow day today on Big Hayes. So alright, slowly losing the light, so hopefully next time I'm chatting to you I can be showing you another fish, so because they've been very few and far between this blog. Alright, and so I'm going to crack on, and catch you later. Evening guys. Right, so evening update just before I go to bed. Since the match is finished, I've just been fishing on my own. I've had 2 bits of action. First one, hooked a carp on the middle rod, playing it for a while. Unfortunately, hook pulled mid-play, so didn't get to show you that one. And then just not long ago, I had a bream on my right-hand rod. I ain't showing you a bream, can't be bothered. So yeah, I'm going to tie a couple up PVA bags in case I get any more fish in the night, because I've used up my supply of pre-tied PVA bags that I had, so I'm going to tie up a couple more for any possible recasts in the night. But yeah, no more carp yet landed as yet, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm going to crack on and do a couple of PVA bags and get to bed. Alright, but hopefully I'll be showing you fish in the night. Alright, catch you later. Right, morning people. No more action in the night. The guy who I said is set up in the swim to the right of me, he had a fish late last night. Didn't weigh it, but he looked about 12 poundish or so. I didn't have no more fish after that bream, so I had a fairly good night's sleep. About 9 o'clock now, been up a few hours so I could refresh some wee new rods with some fresh bait the first thing this morning. See, I'm packing up this evening, maximise my fishing time and all that, etc. I've been joined this morning by my mate Wayne, who's a bit camera shy. He doesn't want to be on this bit, but he said if he catches a fish he'll show it to camera. So yeah, so hopefully one of us can catch a fish, and then that'll be the next time I get back to you. But yeah, all 3 rods have been refreshed this morning. I got 1 bottom bait, 1 popper, 1 zig out, and I think Wayne's done the same, haven't you, Wayne?
Yep.
So yeah, so we're covering all bases. So hopefully next time I can talk to you, it'll be with a fish on the bank. Right, catch you later. Right, guys, got a couple of hours left of me final 24-hour session here on Big Hayes. Just had a bit of action. I'll run you through what happened. The guy in the swim to the right had a fish on. Me and my mate Wayne had just been down in his swim to go and have a look at the fish and to do some photos for him. Mid photo taking, heard one of my alarms screaming off, absolutely rip roaring. Got down here, right hand rod was tearing off, and picked up into it, playing it. Wayne finished off doing the photos for the kiddie on the right. By the time he'd got back down, I'd got the fish to the margins. Almost at netting stage, couple more sort of winds down and it'd have been there. seen the fish, common, looked about, I don't know, mid-double, and it turned, rolled, spat the hook. So, oh, gutted. Waited all day for that run, absolutely nothing happening all day. Finally get one, and it comes off just before the net. Absolutely gutted. Well, got to see it, so at least that's some kind of consolation. So, oh well. So, and I've got a couple of hours to go before I'm going to start packing up properly. So, it's a couple more hours where I can still hopefully catch a fish. So, all right, catch you later. So, still feeling a bit gutted about that last fish. Just make out a slight flat spot in the distance where I cast out a oily bag PVA. There you go, a little flat spot that was created from an all season red dip in me PVA bag of Hinder's Little Gems. Made a nice little slick on the water. Made a nice little target area to catapult some boilies over. But Big Hayes is still fishing very slow at the moment. Not like it usually is or should be. Got a couple of hours fishing left. Hopefully I can finally bag one. Always a bit depressing when you haven't had a run all day, then when you do finally hook one, it spits your hook. But that's the nature of barbless hooks. Right then guys, it's just got a bit busy. The kiddie to my right has just landed a 23 pounder 10 mirror. So he's caught both of those fish he's just had on white pop-ups. So I'm just changing to a white pop-up myself, so if he's catching, I'm going to give it a go. So I've got a cell pop-up, just going to have it about an inch off the deck. So I'm going to cast that out and then right then guys, I was just about to show you that rig I was about to put out when my middle rod went. Oh, finally got one on the bank. 14 pounds 1 ounce. Made up because I haven't blanked today. It's been a tough day's fishing. Lost one. Finally got one on the bank. Made up. Shame a few more like this didn't come out in the match. It's got a bit of a scale damage on this side, which I'm going to treat with a Medicare. But that time. On that white pop-up as well. The pop-up we put out after Matey to the right had the white pop, had the 2 on white pop-ups. Oh, that's it. You can start there. Right then guys. Second fish landed in my session. Got about an hour to go before I've got to go home. I've landed it very nice. Oh, getting me one of my normal carp cradle showers. There we go. 19 pound 7 common, taken on that white cell pop-up in a PVA bag of Hinder's Little Gems and betaine pellets. Didn't give me much of a fight in the lake at all. Come in fairly easy really for the size of it, and commons are known for fighting, but this one didn't at all really. But yeah, very nice fish. 19.7, they'll pop up. Lovely jubbly. Right, and guys, finally come to the end of my session at Todber Manor. It's been it's been a nice sort of 4 days and 3 nights here. With 24-hour warm up, although I didn't catch anything. Back a landing net match, of course, was a bit slow for everyone on the top lake here, well, the top big Hayes. And then my 24-hour session now just that after the match. So finally caught a couple of decent fish in the end with that decent common, so weren't all too drastic in the end. So picked up a bit at the end. Just wish it had happened in the match, because if I'd had those 2 fish during the match, that would have placed us nicely. So oh well, can't have it all your own way. So alright, thanks for watching. This has been a bit of a long episode, but I've been here for 4 days and 3 nights. So okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.